again, just give me a shout out. Where in the world are you today? I actually got to say that before. Some of you who are kind of been trained on the whole opening spiel that we have. Lori usually is one of the first, and Pam's usually pulling the trigger quick as well. So we got Lori from Northwest Iowa, yeah, Chip from Nashville. Good day, Lisa. We got our Aussie family in the room. Awesome. We got Washington, Albany, New York, Australia is absolutely in the house, Rome, Italy, Sweden. I mean, look at this as a worldwide community. We got Maryland. Excellent, excellent. We got a whole bunch of Aussies in the house. Excellent. I love it, love it. So real quick, you guys are stuck with me today. Sorry. Darren's traveling, and he thought he was going to be able to do the call, but his flight got delayed, so he's stuck in an airport, and just didn't feel like he didn't feel like he'd be able to talk loud enough to do the call. So I'm like, no worries, we got this. So again, you guys are stuck with me, but hey, I still got some goodness to share with you, some of which we've been talking about. And then some of it's a little bit more detail than we had even as of yesterday. So I'm just going to jump in real quick before I do. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kim Garst. I wear a lot of hats here on the rally team. Like my team too, they're wearing a lot of hats. We do a lot from the back end perspective, but we're community members just like you guys. We're just trying to help move the project along. And I think we're doing okay. Some days I wonder about it, but most of the time I'm feeling pretty confident we are moving things forward. So let me share my screen with you guys real quick and we'll get rolling. So a few housekeeping things real quick. Feel free to ask questions at any point in time. We do have Rhonda in the comments. She's amazing. So she'll be answering questions as we go. Anything that she doesn't get to, we'll certainly circle back to at the end. We have in the past had a little gremlin. I'll call it a mic gremlin. We think we have solved it. We're having a much better experience when it comes to the rally calls and the mute feature. So I think we're good, but just a quick reminder in case, if your mic does open up randomly, the gremlin does get you, just try to keep your mics off if you would. Again, sometimes you don't notice it. If we do a call out, hey, we've got an open mic, just take a peek and make sure it's not yours. And then as always, in between calls, guys, we definitely, not only between calls, but I'll say this all the time, we rely so heavily on you guys for feedback on the platform. So if you see something's not working right, whatever the situation is, if you see something, say something. We do have the testing company in play now, and they have been invaluable. We just had a call with them this afternoon. And kind of streamlining our processes with them. Things are going really good, but we can always use feedback and we want it. We do pay attention. A lot of the features and the functionality that we focus on from a priority perspective comes directly from you guys. So please, please, please share anything and all the things at any point in time by just sending a support ticket. A couple of quick disclaimers because I do have some news and sometimes we get a little exuberant with the things that we are talking about. So I just want to say, take a screenshot. Obviously the big things that we want you to know are, there may be some forward containing statements. We try not to mislead or anything of that nature, but the excitement level is pretty high. No earnings claim or financial advice is being provided. All digital rewards mentioned are for utility purposes. Please conduct your own due diligence, do your own research. The information provided herein is strictly for educational purposes, and nodes and blockchain operations are governed by the Distributed Governance Framework, or the DGF. Again, take any screenshots. You guys know the spiel by now. We try to cover these at every time just to cover down from a legal perspective. Want to remind everybody, we had a call with the Rally Inner Circle sales team yesterday, and I think everybody was super surprised to see like the leaderboard for who was in like the running for this 100 million token pool. This is one of the promotions that is happening right now, and I think lots of times this particular promotion, you may think, oh gosh, I just don't have a chance at this, but you do, and particularly when it comes to the quarterly contest, that piece of it, because it's anybody's game right now. And so, when you think about it, like yesterday, we gave some examples based on the current leaderboard. And, some people were in the running for an additional 5 million tokens. I mean, that's a lot of tokens. I mean, again, imagine if, right? Imagine if, the token value goes to $1 or whatever it would ultimately gets to, or fluctuates back and forth from. It could be a massive amount of additional revenue. So obviously there's 4 different categories here. There's the personal sales, top 10 for the year, top 10 for the quarter, and then top 10 for the year as an impact blockbot open line sales, and then impact blockbot open line sales for Q4. So the point is that there is especially the Q4 is wide open. It's anybody's game. We have a lot of people that are tied for, that last position right now. So again, anybody's game. I just want you guys to realize that if you are building a friend chain, you do have a shot at this. And if you're wondering, like, hey, I've had some sales, I'd like to know where I am, send us a support ticket. We will be happy to tell you, where you are in the ecosystem. Because I think sometimes people are like, oh, I'm like 12 or 13, but like, what would it take to get me in that top 10? So if you've had some sales and you'd like to know, hey, am I even in the running? Just let us know, and we'll be happy to run the numbers and tell you if you are in the running. You can be in multiple categories. So each category has its own token pool. You do share that top. So if there's like a $30 million token pool. So if you go back to this, for example, the top 10 for Q4, there's a 20 million token pool for that. So that means that the top 10 for that category will share pro rata, whichever way you want to say that, for that particular token pool. And like I say, in some cases, it could be, another million, it could be 5 million. Again, it depends on the percentage of sales and how they're broken down. And like I say, one person can qualify for the 1, 2, 3, or 4 categories and get paid from each pool. We actually have a few people that are already showing up in multiple categories, which is kind of cool. So shifting gears a little bit, you've heard Darren talk about the timing over and over and over again, and it's come to a point where we're there. We're right there at the standing at the edge of this altcoin season. And one of the things that we talked about last week was the match NFTs, and he was telling us a little bit about the match NFT program that they rolled out in Hawaii. Everybody remember that, right? Everybody excited about that? So let me share a little bit more details. They finally roll that out, and I've got good and bad news. So actually the bad news is not really bad news. Okay. So, but I want to preface it. I'll give you the kind of the bad news, if you will, in just a second. But basically what they rolled out in Hawaii is something called the Elevate Match NFT stacks. Now, it's a simple way to grow digital rewards and then double them. So, it's basically 100% match. But let's talk about what it is. It's a match NFT stack that are 20-week reward plan. So for example, every week there is an NFT associated with that week, and there's a token pool for that week. So you buy once, which is a little bit different than the way we shared with you last week. This is, again, an iteration of it. So this, I think, is a little more streamlined, and it makes it easier for us. That way we don't forget to buy every week. Right now, it's set up to buy one time. Now, keep in mind that this may shift. Everything I'm sharing with you right now is where it is and what they've already rolled out. We've actually had a small test case, which I'm going to share with you in just a minute. But instead of getting everything up front, you receive rewards over time, and then those rewards double after the 6 month lock period. So in let's say, for example, the first NFT, and again, these are just again rough examples. Don't They have no correlation to reality. So let's say, for example, your NFT for week one, you have like 10,000 tokens, right? So the match at the 26-week mark for that particular NFT would be double that. So it would be instead of 10K, you would get 20K tokens for that. Again, that's just for example purposes. What you get in every stack, you would get 20 Elevate Match NFTs. They're going to be delivered weekly. You'll digital rewards associated with each of those NFTs. There is a 6 month lock on them, and then 100% match at the end of that lock. So once that 6 months is up, you would activate that NFT, and at that point, you would also get those bonus tokens. So one stack per customer per brand. Now there is different associated stacks, which we're going to go into in just a second. But how the weekly delivery works, it literally every week you would get NFT 1, went NFT 2, all the way down to NFT 20 in the 20th week. All rewards stay locked for that 6 month period. At month 6, like I mentioned before, you would activate your NFT to unlock the digital rewards and receive your full 100% match. Now, they rolled out a test case, and in this test case, this was a manual test case, and I'll give you the bad news on that in just a second. Like I said, it's not really bad news. It's actually good news. But for some of you, you may be like, oh, darn, that's bad news. I'll explain it in a second. I'm really not trying to paint a negative picture, I promise. But the stack options that they rolled out in this test case was a $500 stack, and that's the $25 a week match. $1,000 stack, that's the $50 a week NFT. And then there was a 2,000 stack as well. That's $100 per week. So these were rolled out. You could pay for them with USDC, USDT, or USD Wire. And the participating brands were Win, Element, Elevate, Galvin, Grow, Rally, Green, and Switch. It is a manual process. They're delivering these Monday through Friday. An email receipt will go out to you if you purchase one as soon as they process it. And then there's a 20-week delivery schedule that begins immediately after processing. Now, this is where we're about to get into the news that I've been trying to share. They rolled out for the Rally blockchain. There was 20 customers per brand only, so we only had, again, 20 NFTs for every one of those categories, 25, 50, and 100. So that's really only 60 customers, right? So one stack per person per brand. And if you miss the limit, this is where the bad news comes in. So our 20 match NFT stacks in every price category sold out within 2 hours. So we don't currently have any NFT matches to sell to you guys, but I know. So Pam was like, what? Actually, they had already started to sell even before we were notified of it. So I guess Jim had given a preview of it on a call the other night. So people started buying them right away, and they went like hotcakes, like literally within 2 hours. We were the first brand to sell out of this initial run. I think Green might have sold out already, but all the other brands still have NFTs, match NFTs available, and we'll drop in a link for you in case you haven't gotten an email on this. I think they sent an email out just a little bit ago. So that's good and bad. So why I say that, it's bad because you can't grab one of those very first ones, but I've got good news around that. But it's also good news because it showcases how popular this is going to be and how quickly we're going to be able to share these things and get the people to snap them up, right? So can I just get like a hallelujah that this is going to work? because the reality and the strategy behind this is that we're going to be the market makers here, and we're going to be able to affect. The projection is that we're going to be able to be a part of helping to move the token value in a positive direction. Again, no income projections necessarily here. I'm just saying that's the goal. We'll see what actually happens, but that's the goal. The good news is that these NFTs are going to be in the shopping cart very soon. So we were on a call earlier. They are finalizing the details. We actually saw the shopping cart layout. And soon the NFTs are going to be in the shopping cart. I can't give you a timeline on it because I don't know when they're going to be available for the masses. That said, there's still going to be some limitations to them. They did the first 20 in every category that let's see, 25, 50, and $100 categories. And those are all going to be manually processed to kind of test the framework. The shopping cart is going to be activated hopefully soon. And then they'll be opened back up, and everybody can, buy what they want for themselves and their family, and friends, and ultimately then be able to go out and sell them until we run out. One thing I will say, and again, I'm not trying to lean into positioning this as a financial advice, but the reality is that, these are going to be super valuable, potentially, and the 100% match will probably not be always available. So meaning like the next iteration of this NFT will probably be less, a less match, or potentially all the way down to, even 10% match. It's just like Tony was saying on the call the other day. If you guys were on the Q&A call, he jumped in real quick, and his point was, hey, I've got friends that would absolutely, they're buying out of the market right now. They would absolutely be totally open to a 10% match. So the reality is, that this is a really sweet offer that probably will decrease over time as we continue to do the match NFT rollout. So just letting you know, keeping you in the loop on that. So after 6 months, when the 6-month lock ends, you can activate your NFT just like you would now. Rewards are going to unlock, and then your 100% match bonus is going to be delivered to you. Now, that said, I think based on what they shared today, that'll be an automatic match, and it won't be delivered manually. I think it's going to happen automatically. So as soon as you activate your NFT, I think that token distribution is supposed to happen automatically. Again, that's my understanding. We'll have to wait and see for sure, but that's how the tech is supposed to work. A couple of important notes: Connect does not hold your assets, your wallet, your responsibility, and then the crypto payments require a transaction hash. This is for the now scenario. So meaning if you are purchasing these through the manual process, you do pay for them and provide a purchase hash. For the Rally Match token, the Rally Match NFTs are already, all the manuals are kind of already taken. But if you're wanting to purchase any of the other brands that still have the manual NFTs available, you'll have to follow the instructions that are in the FAQ document. And I think we'll drop that. Rhonda will probably drop that into the chat, so you guys have access to that. Another good news, you do get commissions on anything that you sell. So any of these match NFTs that you sell, whether they are a manual sale or whether once you get access through the shopping cart, then those sales are going to be commissionable, as long as you operate a Win Smart Node and you are in compliance with Connect's terms. So just a quick reminder on that, though, they are paid in the brand reward of the purchase stack. So that's how, just like all the other commissions right now, everything is being paid out through through the token of that particular brand. There is a processing fee. Now, again, this will happen automatically in the shopping cart, just like it would anything else that that you buy in the shopping cart. But if you are purchasing through the manual match NFT process, there are gas fees associated with that. So they are charging a processing fee up front. There's the smart contract support, and then of course the delivery of that. So all that behind the scenes stuff that makes the whole system run, there is some associated fees attached to that. So they are charging a processing fee. Like I said, though, that will happen automatically once it's in the shopping cart. It'll just be a part of the shopping cart process. So final recap, you buy a stack, you receive your NFTs weekly, the rewards will lock in for you, and then you unlock and match at the 6-month mark. So that's kind of the match NFT as it stands right now. And for the most part, I think the only shift that we're going to see in the match NFT is the ability to buy them in the shopping cart instead of the manual process. So coming soon. I think I hesitate to say when, because I just don't know for sure. But like I said, I did see the actual shopping cart layout today. I think they're very close to getting that done. So that's a good hallelujah, right? All right. Shifting to the next thing, and this is really good news, I think. Does everybody know what a Boost NFT is? So just drop in if you, own a Boost NFT, you understand the value of it. And if you don't, I'd love to know too, because I feel like there is so much value in the Boost NFTs, that especially now that we've halved. All right, so I see we have some Boost owners. All right, so this is why I'm super excited about this. As you guys know, every 100 boosts, the price raises, and the boosts have got pretty pricey. They're up to, I think, $1,200. We did their math yesterday, and I believe they're going to go up. But again, just based on the numbers, every 100, the value of them right now is about $1,300, even though there's still $1,200 in the shopping cart. But here's where it gets really good. We are rolling out something that I think you guys are going to some of you already know about. But a Boost NFT basically is an NFT that doubles your digital rewards for a period of 6 months. So like right now, on average, a rally node is producing about 1,400 tokens a day. So, and obviously before they halved, it was twice that much, right? So they have the Boost now, I think, is even more valuable simply because now if we have a Boost on our NFT, if we have a Boost NFT on our node, then that means instead of 1,400 tokens a day, we would get double that. So 2,800 tokens on the daily. So the boosts are huge. And, if you do the math on it, you probably see that that's a really good deal. But we were edging towards just the cost of the NFT, or is it still as good a deal as it once was? So we decided to really focus in on what is the value of a Boost. And I want to give a shout out to one of our community members who basically gave us a couple of scenarios to showcase the value of a Boost. So like I said, daily token output is about 1,400 tokens a day. Imagine if, again, no financial claims here, but imagine if the token does go up to just simply 5 cents per token. That equals about $70 in earnings a day. Over a 30-day period, one Boost is going to yield roughly $2,100 in value. Again, these figures are hypothetical and for illustrative purposes only. Actual results may vary. But if you times that by maybe 10 nodes, if you have 10 nodes and you put a Boost on it, you can see that the value of this exponentially rises, right? So not boosting your node means missing out on this considerable monthly potential. So I think for a lot of people who have nodes, they may not have Boosts on them. And honestly, if you looked at the Boost price, you're like, dang, $1,200, that's a little bit of an ouch, right? So we're going to roll out a BOGO. So right now you can buy one, get one free. So anytime you buy a Rally Boost, you're going to get one for free. So how many of you are pumped about this? Personally, I'm super pumped about this because now that makes our Rally Boost back to $600 roughly, because you're getting one, buy one, get one. So now you can get two Rally Boost. And keep in mind, and this is one of those things I'm not again leaning into giving you financial advice, but if you were to just buy these and hold on to them, that they might be in excess of the amount of nodes you have. Let's just say you already have boost on your nodes. Well, you can use them once those boosts expire because they're only good for 6 months. But you could also hold on to them. And what if, in the near future, the rally token goes up tremendously in value. And now those NFTs are going to be worth a lot to someone. Can you imagine if the token went up to $1, whatever, and now your daily token distribution is 1,400. Okay, and I could buy an NFT that might not be available to me anymore from a community member that has them, and know that I could, get the value of that match, or that double my distribution on the daily. So these NFTs have multiple value propositions for you. You can apply them obviously to your own nodes, and I encourage you to do that. But you can also hold them, and potentially sell them in the open market as well as a value proposition. So buy them. Actually, there's 3 lanes here that I see as value-based for us as community members. One, you can apply them to your existing nodes if you don't have an NFT boost on your nodes. 2, you can hold them and apply them later if you already have boosts on your nodes. Or 3, you can hold them and sell them in the open marketplace. So again, all different lanes as a potential opportunity for you. This deal is also retroactive for the entire month of November. So if you have you've sold an NFT over the course of this month, or you bought one, we're going to match that up. So we're going to make it a retroactive opportunity. These are only good through the end of this month. So we have roughly another 10 days or so that we can take advantage of this. So just keeping that in mind, letting you guys know, I think this is a really good opportunity, and to apply them to our own nodes, or, hold them, apply them later, etc. So that's basically what I got for you today. I know there's probably going to be some questions on some things. So if there is, so Pam is asking, if you buy one, you get one free. Now, let me clarify real quick. Very, very much like this is not an automated process. We don't have an automated. So just like our token promotions, what's going to happen is let's say you go into the shopping cart today and you buy an NFT, a Boost NFT. What's going to happen is by the 15th of next month, we're going to deliver the second NFT because we have to manually process those. So first of the month, we'll take a look at all the sales that we've gotten for NFT purchases over the course of November. We'll make a list of those, and then we send them over to Connect side of the fence, so that they can actually, put those into your wallets on their end. And that happens before the 15th of next month. So unfortunately, it's not automated. Now, that said, the NFT boost that you buy will automatically go into your shopping cart. Into your wallet. So the first one, the one that you buy, is automated. The second one that we're gifting to you as a part of the BOGO, you'll have to wait on that one. But it'll come to you by the 15th of next month. All right. So subscriptions are open for purchase. Subscriptions to the platform, yes. All you have to do is go to rlink.com and choose your basic or basic or business, whichever. We have two subscriptions now, and you can just purchase directly through rlink.com. That revenue does, we're now automated with Connect. So that revenue is actually running through the blockchain. If you do purchase, that is also commissionable. So,
Could I just add real quick to remind people to use their Connect email to purchase, because everything is tied to the genealogy is tied to that Connect email. So if you use a different email, your sponsor is not going to get rewarded. So, and the same would go for your people that you share it with. So use your share link, from Connect to share the platform if you want people to get credited. That said, if they already have a Connect account, you're going to get credited for them. So if you've got people on your team, you're like, hey, go to rlink.com and sign up, you'll get credited. If they don't have a wallet or a Connect account, you need to use that shared link in Connect. And that's how you'll get credited and get the commission for that sign up.
I thank you, Rhonda. That was such good information. One quick thing additionally, and Rhonda, I'd love your 2 cents on this, because I know you're looking at the numbers all the time. We have a small inventory, fairly small, roughly 1,000 Boost NFTs in this collection currently. So when we started with this Boost NFT collection, we started with a 5,000 number. We have roughly about 1,000 of those left, and if you account for the fact that there is going to be a buy one, that breaks it down to roughly 500 in our inventory. But
And
there is a limited number here.
I would say, based on the sales come flying in today, let me just tell you guys they are flying in because people are super excited about the offer. I would say we have less than 400 now.
Yeah, so they're going fast. So if you are interested at all in
wait.
grabbing a Boost NFT, go get it. We have a comment from somebody about the Connect Academy. That is a Connect issue. We have nothing to do with that. So you're probably going to have to send a Connect support ticket because that's just not something we can help you with. So we've got several people saying the sound is bad. And then some are saying the sound is fine. So if you're having issues with sound, can you please send a support ticket at support@r-link.com and share with us as many details as you can. So are you on a mobile device? Are you on a desktop? What operating system are you using? Give us as much feedback as you can so that we can get the dev team on that. So I'm seeing some mobile issues. Our mobile is a process. We are working on that right now, actually. So, okay. So mostly it seems like it's the mobile. All right, that's good. But like I say, if you guys could please send us a support ticket, that would be super, super helpful. All right, excellent. Just real quick, let me update you on a couple things on the platform. Since we're talking about the platform, so Testing Company is actually working out really well. Right now, we are working on the mobile app as well as the native experience. So, meaning like if you're just using a link to your browser on your phone, both of those are still a little janky. I'm just not gonna even sugarcoat it. We are working on that right now. They're a top priority for the November sprint. and honestly, probably in the next couple of days, you're probably going to see some major improvements. We had this conversation with the dev team earlier today. We're also having the testing company is going to focus on their testing over the course of the weekend is going to be on the mobile side of things. So that we can streamline that a little better and get a better experience. The desktop was our first focus, to make sure that we could get the desktop in a pretty good position. We're getting there on the desktop. It's getting pretty good. We're having less and less issues pretty much on the daily. There's a lot of new features in the desktop version. Those will be rolled out. We're already building that infrastructure into the mobile experience as well. But if you haven't poked around in the platform recently, I would encourage you to do so. Now, I will say we've still got some issues for sure, even on the desktop, but we are getting there. It's getting more and more streamlined on the daily. The experience is better. We're getting a lot more positive feedback from you guys, which just is heartwarming, honestly, because, every time we see a message come through, we're like, oh, I hope it's not been bad, especially from our Aussie family, because they really had a lot of server issues and whatnot. So we had to work some magic down there. So it's just really good to see finally getting some positive feedback from you guys. But the mobile is still, hopefully by the end of this month, we'll have a much better experience on mobile. And hopefully be able to roll out the app by the end of this month. That's still our timeline. So I see you have somebody just dropped in a daily activity. Again, this is a Connect issue. This isn't, it doesn't look like that. Yeah, this is, actually this is a Rally wallet. So if you would, please send us a support ticket. Instead of sending it to Connect, this looks like this might be our wallet. So Rhonda, would you suggest sending this to Connect or to us? Maybe help at?
Yeah, I would send it to help@r-link.com. It may be, the Connect team is the one who handles those tickets anyway, but anything that's blockchain related, they handle those tickets. Anything that's platform related, you can send those to support@r-link.com. But the help team, the blockchain team, is help@r-link.com.
So let me give y'all a little tip too. If you send it to help@r-link.com, if it is related to us, to the R-Link blockchain project, we have a dedicated person over at Connect for us. So instead of sending it through the Connect support system, if you would just send it through the help@r-link.com, and you might get assistance faster. Just a little
But it
tip.
needs to be related to R-Link.
Yes, 100%.
No
Correct.
Boost NFTs.
Correct.
Please don't send Connect related stuff to that.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. One quick thing I've noticed today, I don't know if you guys have noticed, Connect has been having their platform has been up and down today. And I'm speculating that is because they're trying to get the match NFTs in the shopping cart. So they're probably, I know they are. I know they're working on things. So it's a possibility that affecting other things, because it always happens like that. You're trying to get the next thing out the door, and it messes with something else. So I'm speculating that's probably what's happening over at Connect today. But on a positive note, that's going to be super beneficial for all of us once they get that everything lined up inside of their shopping cart. So coming soon, we'll be able to, hopefully all of you guys will have access to the match NFTs, and you'll be able to take advantage of that, because it is pretty exciting to see it starting to happen. It's exciting. Imagine it, just even in a month, we're going to be able to look back and say, remember when? So, all right. All right. Well, if nobody else has anything, we'll close out for today. But I want to remind everybody, we do our AMAs on Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, and then we have our community calls every Thursday. Hopefully next Thursday, Darren will be back with you
Oh,
with
oh,
us
no,
on the
no,
Thursday
no,
calls.
no. Next Thursday's Thanksgiving,
Oh,
so
that's right.
we only have one community call next week, and that's to ask us anything.
Okay, so
The
if
events calendar is updated, and just hey guys, we had a support ticket. Somebody was not happy that the social impact platform events had not been updated. So our source of truth is always our events calendar. So I'm going to drop the link in, and you can follow the calendar. And what that means is that you're adding it to your calendar. So when we make changes, when we add or delete, it updates your calendar at the same time. So I strongly recommend, and this has been updated through the end of the year. I can't promise we won't have a shift because Darren is traveling a lot. We're trying to take over those calls so that we can keep momentum going. So we will do
okay.
our best to hold as many calls as possible. But it's a distracting time of the year for everybody.
So just real quick, if you don't plan on being on the AMA on Tuesday, I just want to, for all of us that are in the U.S., just want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Um, and like I say, I will be on the AMA on Tuesday to give you any updates that we have at that point in time and to answer any questions. And in the meantime, don't hesitate if you have questions or concerns or problem sets, just send us a support ticket at support@r-link.com. All right. Well, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and God bless.